There are some fashion trends that I truly believe you need to stop wearing if you are over 50, and today I am not holding back. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, let's just get things straight. I'm 57, and if someone told me that I should dress my age, I'd actually be offended. I think I'd struggle to not be offended. I mean, most Gen Xers don't like being told what to do at the best of times. We've grown up kind of making and breaking the rules, so we're hardly going to bow down now to the fashion police. And while I truly believe that style should be more about listening to your inner fashionista and less about kind of obeying outdated fashion rules, I do think there are a few guidelines worth following. So today I'll be sharing some of the things that I am not going to wear in 2024 and what I'll be wearing instead. Now, first up, I will no longer be wearing heavy statement earrings. Now, I learnt this lesson the hard way because I recently purchased some super cute statement earrings, which I thought would be great worn with a simple black dress or kind of anything really, just to make a beautiful style statement. I mean, these earrings I think are gorgeous, but the problem is they are really heavy, and what they do on my aged lobes is that they actually drag my lobes down. You can almost see the start of the hole from my piercing. It's just not a good look, and it kind of made me realize that as you get older, there are certain things that you can't wear, and really heavy earrings is one of them. So I'd be really careful if I was buying earrings online. I have bought plenty of others in person, like the hoops that I'm wearing today, that are just light as a feather. And I do think it's really important just to be aware that some earrings may look great if you're shopping online, but they are just too heavy to wear comfortably without looking strange or even damaging your earlobes further. So just beware of super heavy statement earrings, because as we know this year, statement earrings and necklaces is definitely where it's at. But I would suggest buying them in person so you can really look and feel and touch the weight of these earrings. Now, this one almost goes without saying, but I have recently parted with a few pairs of high heel shoes from my wardrobe. Now, it wasn't because I didn't particularly like the look of them, but it was more about a comfort factor. And I also think too that there are so many comfortable but also modern fashion options available that I no longer have to be in pain to look good. So I've sort of fought this one for the last few years, because even though I'm tall, I still do like wearing heels from time to time. So instead of wearing, say, a stiletto heel, I'm going to swap them out for more of either a platform style heel or a block heel. I've got some cute little ankle boots with more of a block heel, and I don't care what anyone says, they are far more comfortable than wearing a stiletto heel. I'll also wear lots of flat sandals, and of course sneakers and trainers are my absolute go-to. And I've talked in a recent video, in fact I featured a recent video all on shoe trends that are in and out. I will link that video down below in case you want to watch it. But a lot of the really cool shoe trends are actually flats, and they're trainers and sandals that are also really comfortable. So I don't believe that you have to anymore sacrifice comfort for style. So it's out with the stilettos and in with some more comfortable, practical, but yet very modern options. Now, another trend that we are seeing creeping in more and more is the return of low-rise jeans and pants, trousers, whatever you like to call them. Now, that lower rise is something that I certainly used to wear, well, even maybe 5 years ago, but I'll no longer be wearing that now in my 50s, because I find that it just simply isn't flattering enough. And what I have noticed over the last few years of wearing more sort of high rise or mid to high rise mum style jeans is that they are very flattering. They also elongate your legs, so they give that illusion of a longer, leaner leg. And certainly these days, that's definitely a look that I'm going for. So regardless of what is happening in trends, I won't be opting for a low-rise pant or jean anymore. Now, pastels are very much happening in a big way this year. In fact, there are some beautiful sky blues on offer, pastel pinks, and really pretty yellows. Now, I'm not going to be wearing any pastels because I truly believe that it's tricky to wear these pastel colors as you get older. But the one thing that I am going to do, because I absolutely love sky blue like I'm wearing today, but what I am going to do if I want to wear any type of pastel color is I'm going to make sure that I wear it in the most modern and unexpected way possible. So for instance, the long sleeve tee that I'm wearing today is kind of chopped up with a shirt that's, you can see what's going on here. It's a kind of a half a shirt, half a long sleeve tee. And this is a way that I think over 50s can wear some of these pastel shades in a modern cut and a modern style. Often the pastel pieces that I've seen that are available out there are mostly either suiting type pieces or maybe pastel florals. But if you are of a certain age, I do think it's harder, or it certainly gets harder to wear those pastel colors. So if you do like pastels, think about opting for them in more of a modern kind of style, or something like the top that I'm wearing today. I know this isn't going to be for everyone, but just something that's a little bit more modern and a little bit more unexpected in styling. Oh, and in case you do want to know, this is a Zara top. I'll see if it's still available. If so, I will link it in the description box below. But Zara is one of my favorite Spanish brands. And speaking of Spanish, that probably is a good segue to say a very big thank you to the sponsor of today's episode, which is Babbel. Now, in case you didn't know, Babbel is the #1 top language learning app in the world. And if you've been watching me here for a while, you'll know that I'm a very big fan of Babbel because it's been helping me to learn to speak Spanish. Now, I didn't think at 57 I'd be learning a new language, but it turns out it's not quite as hard as I once thought. Now, the reason I wanted to learn Spanish is because my son is at high school in the US. He's learning Spanish at school and really struggling with it. And I thought, okay, one thing I can do from afar is also try and learn the language so that I can kind of help him out if possible, or he and I could share some Spanish, chat when we FaceTime and chat with each other most days. And it's turned out to be a really fun way for the two of us to connect. He's also been using Babbel, and it's definitely helped him build on what he's already been learning in class. So it's been a real win-win for both of us. Now, the language is conversational language, so it's really practical language that you would speak to someone if you were a tourist in that country or if you were traveling somewhere for business. So it's really practical, common sense stuff. So you could go to a restaurant and order some food, or go to a cafe and order a coffee, and you wouldn't come unstuck, which makes it really helpful. In fact, let me show you how easy it is to use.
¿Quién eres?
¿Quién eres?
Mis padres son profesores.
Mis padres son profesores.
Mis padres son profesores.
Mis padres son profesores. So as you saw there, it's really easy to use. I will relax at home on the couch and play with the app for a short time. I'll even use the app when I'm walking my dogs just to practice my Spanish from time to time. I have bumped into people when I'm walking. I'm sure they think that I'm talking to myself. But any opportunity is a good opportunity to jump on the app and just take a few little lessons. Now, speaking of the lessons, they are all taught and put together by real language teachers. So teachers that teach Spanish or teach foreign languages in the real world. And I think that that really helps the lessons, the format of the lessons, and makes them really user-friendly. Babbel also has a few subscriptions on offer, including a lifetime subscription, and they also offer a 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you decide to subscribe to Babbel and you're not enjoying it, or you're not finding it easy, or you don't have the time, then you can get that money back within 20 days. So there's zero risk. And I'm delighted to say that Babbel is offering you 60% off your subscription, which is pretty amazing. All you need to do is click the link in my description box below, or scan the QR code that I'll pop up on the screen right now. So if you would like to learn a new language, and let me know, what language would you like to learn? Leave it in the comments below, because I'd really love to know what language you would like to learn if you decided to learn a new language. Now, one trend that I didn't think that I'd be saying goodbye to this year, but I am, is oversized blazers. Now, the thing that I'm doing is I'm actually swapping, or, well, I'm not swapping them out. I'm still wearing them because I don't like waste and I don't like buying trends that are only going to serve me for a couple of seasons. But I'm going to be belting my blazers. I do feel like I'm a little bit over wearing things that are so baggy and oversized. I want to start showing off my shape a little bit again. So I'm going to be investing in some interesting belts so that I can belt some of my oversized blazers and coats. And I tend to think that certainly as you get older, showing a little bit of shape, regardless of your size, is always quite it's a pulled together, sophisticated look. And certainly as I'm aging and heading towards 60, I do want to keep my wardrobe and keep my outfits looking classic and modern, but I also want to look sophisticated and pulled together. So that is why I'm swapping out my oversized blazers and wearing them but belting them to give them that little bit of shape. Now, one of the trends that we see every spring, summer is florals. And while I do like florals, I think over 50, they are a tricky trend to wear. And especially smaller prints. I do think the smaller the floral print, or the smaller the print in general, the more aging it tends to be. So I'm definitely going to be steering clear of these small prints, especially small floral prints. And what I will be replacing them for is either no print at all, just block solid colors, or if I do opt for prints, they'll be more sort of geometric, slightly larger prints. And I think that this can give off a kind of a modern look and a little bit more stylized. Now, one of the big trends this year is short shorts, and this almost goes without saying, but I will not be wearing short shorts. My legs are not what they used to be. I will always wear shorts because I truly believe that in spring, summer, you need to be comfortable and cool. But instead of opting for this hard and fast fashion trend of short shorts, what I would go for is more of a Bermuda short. Bermudas are definitely trending this year as well, so I would go for more of a long short, but in a perfect world, I would go for more of a 3/4 pant, and better still, I would wear a maxi skirt, like almost a bias cut, satiny, silky maxi skirt. I've got a couple of them. I wore one recently. I'll flick up a picture here on screen just to show you. I find them super flattering. They elongate my legs. They don't show off any of your inner thigh, which for me is kind of a part of my body that I don't like showing off anymore. So these bias cut, sort of longer midi maxi style skirts are perfect. They're going to keep you cool, they're super flattering, and that is going to be my swap out this year. I'm also being really careful with my fabric choices as well, and steering clear of anything that is 100% polyester or a large percentage of polyester. Now, simply because these fabrics attract static electricity, so you end up with a dress or a shirt that kind of sticks to you, and also because they just don't breathe. They don't breathe, they tend to look cheap, and for those reasons, I'm going to be really careful with the fabrics that I choose. I mean, I'm not always going to get it right, I won't always be perfect, but just paying a little bit more attention to more natural fabrics, or a little bit more of a blend, that the larger percentage of the fabric is cotton or a more natural fabric, is going to be far better. So I'm really steering clear of anything that is 100% polyester these days. And this is almost not even age related. This is just comfort, practicality, and trying to be more eco-friendly as well. Another trend that I'm swapping out is skinny jeans. Now, I know this one will be controversial because I know some of you absolutely love your skinnies. For me, I am definitely moving away from them. I'm not going to stop wearing them altogether, but I do think you have to be a little bit more careful when you are wearing skinny skinny jeans. as you get older and certainly past 50. There are so many great options when it comes to jeans at the moment, and many of them are just more of a straight fit jeans. So you don't have to wear wide-legged jeans or kind of more baggy jeans, but more of a straight medium size cut tends to be more of a flattering jean in my opinion. Certainly as you get a little bit older, wearing sort of skinny jeans tends to look like you're holding on to a look that perhaps represented how you felt in your heyday. And I know there's nothing wrong with that, and realistically, if you love skinny jeans and it's what you wear, of course go ahead and wear them. But for me personally, I do tend to think that skinny jeans do make me look a little bit dated, and certainly my outfits feel a little bit more dated when I wear them. So I'm going to wear skinny jeans really sparingly and keep wearing more of my slightly more modern cut jeans, and especially a pair of barrel leg jeans, which I don't own at the moment, but I am on the lookout. So please let me know in the comments below if you have found any great barrel leg style jeans, because I'd love to hear about them and check them out. Another trend that I will not be wearing is anything that's too crafty. I think anything that looks too crafty and a little bit DIY or homespun, so think sort of tassel details or crochet details, can tend to just look old and a little bit homemade as opposed to looking cool. I think some of these trends can look amazing on really youthful girls, but they tend to just look a little bit too dated and a little bit too homemade if you're past a certain age. Now that is just me, and if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. But anything that's just a bit too crafty, and I have seen quite a few crafty looking pieces this spring, summer, but it tends to skew, in my opinion, a little bit too young. Now, I've always been a fan of animal print, and certainly I talked in a recent video about leopard print jeans and pants having a moment this year, and certainly I don't have a problem with wearing those, but I think anything top to toe animal print is immediately aging, and that is a look or an outfit choice that I won't be opting for this year. I had a beautiful animal print dress that I used to wear and love, but I think now that I'm well and truly over 50, just wearing too much animal print can make you just look older than your years and date you. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love animal print, and I think possibly wearing it in smaller areas, or maybe just in pants, or maybe as an accessory. Certainly animal print shoes and little booties are always going to work well, but wearing it top to toe is definitely a no-no in my book. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.